Saturday morning, I'm walking into this Costco to re-up on some groceries for my new apartment. And if you guys know me, I'm a real mind my business type of guy. But all that went out the window when all I heard was... This took place only a couple days before Christmas, so the parking lot was busy as hell, understandably so. And the guy that was doing all this honking was driving this little red Toyota, and the way this man was honking his life away, you would have thought there was the craziest car accident known to man. So now me and everybody in the parking lot, you know, we're turning our heads looking around like, yo, what the hell is going on? Bro, when I tell you Mr. Red Toyota had his entire head out the window, goddamn his whole body, honking with the vengeance of 1,000 suns, my nigga. Like, bro was viciously attacking his steering wheel. It looked like he had got stuck behind this black BMW who was obviously caught in traffic as well. And I gotta be honest, in the BMW guy's defense, there wasn't really much room to work with. I mean, if he really tried his hardest, he might have been able to slide over to the right a little bit and give this red Toyota the smallest bit of a crack to drive past. But it was clear, it was traffic, there's not much that could be done. Like I said, the parking lot was busy as hell. So now this is where shit get crazy. Mr. BMW is, you know, looking out his window and he's noticing how Mr. Toyota is losing his goddamn mind. And I kid you not, Mr. BMW put his arm and his hand out the window, looked back very calmly, and just stuck his middle finger up at this nigga. When I tell you bro's face literally had the best what the fuck is your problem face I had ever seen. And this shit was so damn funny because when Mr. BMW did that, Mr. Toyota Corolla lost his sanity. Bro started screaming at the top of his lungs every goddamn curse word known to man. Meanwhile, he's honking with anger the entire time, bruh. No exaggeration, this shit went on for 5 minutes straight. And I just want you to sit back and put that in perspective for a second. For 5 whole minutes, this guy is honking and cursing and screaming in a public parking lot. The shit felt like an eternity. And like I said before, as much as I'd like to mind my business, me and everyone in the parking lot is stopping and staring at this whole shit transpire because the shit was just too crazy. It was hilarious. So after this whole 5 minutes, the traffic finally lets up a little bit. Mr. BMW moves up and Corolla man was finally able to drive past him. But not without screaming at the top of his lungs some more bullshit like, "Finally, you fucking asshole!" So all this transpired and, you know, now it's my time to just walk into Costco and move on with my life. But I just couldn't help but notice, man, I started thinking to myself like, yo, some people are just absolutely miserable, my nigga. Because there is no way in hell at 8:30 in the morning and there's very clearly traffic in a parking lot that I would be losing my mind over something like this. My dog was literally acting like a 3-year-old that got told no in a grocery store.
Where you at, Berto?
Yo, real quick, I just want to let you guys know about my second channel, Berto 2. Over on this channel, I'm going to be doing a lot of vlogging and talking about specific topics, whether it's self-help, dating advice, or sometimes even talking about things that may be trending on the internet, and I just want to give you guys my 2 cents on it. It really is like a personal experience in my opinion. As always, in every video, I try to provide as much value as possible because I genuinely care about you guys. I'd be nothing without y'all. So if you're into something like that, I would love to see you guys join me on this other channel, Berto 2. The link is going to be in the description. I love you guys. I appreciate y'all. And let's get right back into the video, but definitely come check me out over here right after. And that's gonna bring me in the topic of today's video. A lot of y'all are just way too emotional. And I promise you, in most scenarios, when you dealing with shit like this, no reaction is the best reaction. If we were to play that same exact scenario out again, I guarantee you, if bro would have kept his composure, you know, put his blinkers on, maybe just honk once to get dude's attention, but not like in a mean way or anything, and just like,
"Hey bro, I'm trying to get by."
There's not a guarantee that the BMW nigga would have, you know, moved out the way, but I promise you there would be a much higher percentile of, you know, bro being like, "Oh,
okay, you know, bro's trying to get by, there's not much I can do, but let me see if I can, you know, squeeze over to the right a little bit so he can carry on with his day."
But instead, nigga started tweaking, got disrespectful, and he was met with disrespect. And now Mr. Toyota Corolla's whole day is ruined. Y'all ever had a friend where he was just so mad that his girlfriend had just did some stupid shit, so now he's going punching walls and shit? And it's hilarious because some of these niggas go break their fucking hand. And now, not only did your girl cheat on you, your goddamn hand's broken too. The reality of the situation is, especially as a man, there's just a lot of unspoken battles that we gotta go through in life. I can easily see how it feels like the world is on your shoulders. That why me feeling, that why does this keep happening to me type. The overwhelming feeling of I'm not good enough. Man, this shit gets so crazy. Sometimes you start really thinking your life is just full of unfortunate events. The only natural response to these hard times, anger, sadness. I mean, and depending on your situation, your happy ass is too happy. All these emotions bottled up and building up to the point where you're so ready to lash out at every and anyone who tries it. I know what that anger feels like yo, I can't wait to get my get back on everybody that did me wrong. But I'll be the first to tell you, if you walk down that path, my nigga, you've lost. You see, when you lose control of your emotions and start lashing out at people, especially the people who might actually deserve that shit, you've taken your power and given it to them. You're not thinking, you're just reacting. And what I've learned is sometimes the best reaction is truly no reaction at all. Too many times I've acted out of anger or whatever the emotion was to match the situation. And then I end up in some bullshit that I wasn't actually prepared for. And sometimes these rash decisions have left me with scars that I'm still dealing with today. But my life changed forever when I learned how to slow down and not overreact to every situation that didn't go my way. I promise you, I literally am begging you to understand that no matter what's going on, you're always gonna make the best decision when you're not overstimulated by everything that's going on around you. Another example, I know some of you guys are out here still struggling with women, which is fine. I've been in that position before. I know when you sitting there texting that girl, you know, she got you worked up, whether you really like her, you got a deep crush on her, or she might even be fucking with you and you guys are going back and forth, but you're not like locked in yet. So now whether you're not liking what she's doing, maybe she's not texting back fast enough, whatever the situation is, you over on this end like, I don't know what to do, I just wanna, now you sending a long ass paragraph, you sending some simpy shit, you tripping.
Where you at? What the fuck you got going on?
You getting mad and shit. You playing yourself out your position, bro. This is just another example of you being overly emotional and overreacting. And even if you technically not overreacting, maybe she is doing you wrong, it's still better for you to sit back and get your emotions intact before you go out there and do anything. When I find myself in these moments, honestly, bro, no matter what the situation is, I just take a deep breath, put my phone down, and leave that shit alone. Because what that's gonna do for sure, it's gonna save me the embarrassment or the consequences of tweaking out and saying some shit that I don't actually mean. And almost every single time after I've taken time to, really gather my thoughts, calm down, whatever the situation might be, I either realize that it wasn't even that deep and I don't even want to address it. And if it is that deep, now I'm 100% sure of how I'm feeling and I can go into it, with a game plan. Making decisions after you've taken that time to level your head is always going to put you in a more accurate position to truly address how you're feeling regardless of the situation. So understand something. This isn't a message to become a cold person and not have emotions, because emotions are important. You got to embrace that regardless of anything. It's okay to feel how you feel, man. But a real man is able to show up, make the right choices for himself, and respect the people around him regardless of the situation that's going on. And if you adapt this one thing into your life, this will single-handedly change your life forever for the better, because it definitely did for me.
Where you at, Berto?